Ladies and gentlemen, one of your favorite guests on my show is back today. Terry Lemerond of terrytalksnutrition.com is back with more health information. Hey, Terry, how are you doing today?
I am doing just fantastic. I'm glad you asked because I think you and I being here, we want to make everybody else feel as good as we do. We have some tips, we have some information, we have some knowledge, education that can change people's lives, and that's why we're here.
That's exactly right. And Terry, I have to tell you this so many of my viewers and listeners uh, tell me how amazing that they are feeling with all of the information that you bring forth on this program and also from your incredible website, terrytalksnutrition.com. They're learning so much, but in the end, they're feeling great. And that's all that matters. And you're making a huge difference in thousands and thousands of lives out there.
That's my pleasure. It's such a rewarding feeling. I had a very, very bad start to my life. I was grossly overweight. I was a mean, obnoxious, belligerent jerk. They're more stronger word than jerk, but I don't want to use it here. But I was a complete and I changed my life. Somebody actually changed my life for me. I mean, they guided me, they monitored, they mentored me, I should say, and three angels in my life that changed my life drastically, and that's why I'm here today. I probably would have been not here today. I would not be alive anymore if I would have continued the way I was going. But you know, many years later, I never felt better in my life. Never felt more fantastic. I love what I do. I have a passion what I do, and I want everybody to feel that zest, that passion, that feeling, and you know, crawling. Oh, some people just crawl out of bed. They're stiff, they ache, and they got so much pain, and they just don't want to live. You can change that around. I mean, going on nutrition and making 90% of the changes, you're gonna have so much better feelings and the zest for life and a passion for life, and things can change drastically.
It's true. And the older we get does not mean the slower we get. We can be just as energetic as we were in our 20s. We can be just as smart and just as passionate. So getting older does not mean slowing down. It should mean getting healthier and healthier. And one of those things that I believe can get us there, Terry, I want to talk to you about one of these subjects that you literally know like the back of your hand, and that is about one of the most powerful herbs known, turmeric. And
Yes.
I know that it's frequently mentioned as a natural herbal pain reliever. So, what should people know about turmeric if they are considering using it for pain relief?
Well, first of all, turmeric is the plant. It's the spice, and I love it. I have it on everything I eat. When you look at my scrambled eggs, they look orange. When I marinate a steak, it looks like it's orange. But that's a food. Now, there is a medicinal substance that's found in turmeric, but turmeric by itself does not have very much benefits because the substance that we find in turmeric is called curcumin. And curcumin, that's in the rhizome, otherwise known as the root of the plant, is there at about 2 to 4%. So it's there for a very, very small level, which does not have a medicinal value by itself. So through research, we have found how to concentrate that 2 to 4% up to 95%. And then that has a medicinal value. And there are over 25,000 studies done on curcumin, only a handful of studies on turmeric. It's not a medicinal substance. It's the spice, it's the food. Now, I love it, but very few people get any benefit from it because it doesn't have the highest concentration of curcumin. So you want to buy curcumin, and especially when it's blended with turmeric essential oil. Curcumin is very difficult to be absorbed out of the intestinal tract. You can't get it through the walls of the lining of the intestines. It's too large. It's a fatty substance. It's fat soluble. So they're looking for ways to increase the absorption. And some people use very unhealthy substances like polysorbate 80, which is a chemical. I've even seen that in health food stores. I don't know why anybody would ever want to buy that. That's a chemical drug that the FDA monitors for the dosages. And the product I saw on the shelf in a health food store one day is way beyond the dosage level that the FDA allows for polysorbate 80. Now, it does increase absorption, but it's only used in the drug industry. This is drug quality. You don't want to use the drug. But turmeric essential oils increases the absorption of curcumin when it's bound together, when it's blended together by a factor of 700%. So it has a tremendous ability to increase the absorption. And that's what's most effective, because it doesn't make a difference how much you take. It's how much you absorb of the substance you're taking. And that's what turmeric essential oil does. It increases the absorption.
Well, isn't that kind of, and that really backs up the way that people in India actually eat, because they always combined the turmeric with uh, a fatty food, or if it's butter or milk, they take it in combination. And is that one of the reasons why to improve its absorption rate?
Yes. And also, yes, it does. And ghee, which is another form of butter, they mix it with the fatty foods, and it's always with their meal. But they have used this turmeric for thousands of years, over 5,000 years that we know, and so it's ingrained in the culture of India. It's sacred to them. They actually hang some of the plant in their kitchen as kind of like a good luck charm. They baptize their children with it as spreading, prosperity, success, and happiness. They give it to couples when they're married in a bouquet to also foster better relationships, a long life, prosperity, success in their marriage. It's ingrained in their culture. They've been using it for thousands of years. It's a very orange colored pigment. It's also been used to dye the fabrics, like the monks' robes were used to dye that fabric. So it's everywhere. In fact, even Johnson and Johnson, a drug company, has found a use for turmeric. There are band-aids where the little portion of it that covers the little cut or abrasion is also contains turmeric. So they actually put the turmeric in their band-aids. It's in everything in India. And they call it the all-in-one solution. It does everything.
And I,
And I
I
say that,
would, yeah, I would have to agree with that. And how effective is curcumin for pain, and does it work as well as the over-the-counter drugs like ibuprofen and acetaminophen?
well, it actually works better. Some very, very good studies using curcumin, especially a combination. Curcumin and boswellia together have been proven to be very, very effective in a variety of conditions. The combination of turmeric, or I should say curcumin, and boswellia against Celebrex. Celebrex is the number one drug prescribed for arthritis. It's their answer for arthritis. Well, this combination was more effective for arthritis to reduce arthritis, the pain, and the complications of arthritis, better than Celebrex, more effectively. And actually, when they stopped the study, they stopped giving the substances. Actually, the people that were on the drug had a relapse and were already in pain very shortly after the uh, discontinuing of the drug, when those that had been on the combination of the two, the curcumin and the boswellia, they had relief of pain well after the study was done. So it had a long residual benefit. Um, but this has a strong effect. And even another study that was done, when you combine the curcumin and boswellia and black sesame seed oil, this combination, because the black sesame seed oil also again improves absorption. This was a study against Tylenol, and it actually was more effective than Tylenol, and it was 8 times more effective reducing the emotional effects of pain, because the emotional effects of pain are drastic. When you don't feel well, when you don't have when you have pain, you're not a happy camper. You might bump into somebody in the grocery store and they just bite your head off. Well, you got to cut them some slack because they may be in pain. They aren't happy. They aren't well. They're not healthy. And what they found out was the combination of curcumin, boswellia, and black sesame seed oil reduced the emotional effects of pain, better attitude, better feelings by 8 times better than Tylenol. Tylenol did not do anything for the emotional side of pain. And also the herbal combination was as effective, equally as effective as Tylenol.
So does it work as quick or work as quickly as those that take ibuprofen or acetaminophen?
Absolutely. Yes. The study was a 12-week study, and it got the same results within the 12 weeks that the drugs do. And all drugs are usually tested over a 12-week period.
Now, a lot of people think, when we talk about pain relief, most people automatically think about arthritis, joint pain, or sore muscles. Uh, does curcumin work quickly enough to relieve acute pain problems like migraine headaches?
Yes, absolutely. I don't think there is a pain that can't be relieved significantly and fast with curcumin. Now, the only pain I found that you could not relieve was the pain of your friends, or maybe a relative or someone who camps on your doorstep. That might be painful, but we can't do anything about that. But physical pain, yes, absolutely. Headaches,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I
Um,
know that it works for the sore muscles.
Sore muscles, menstrual cramps, menstrual pain, any kind of pain, because curcumin is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories. Research done at both Baylor University in Texas and MD Anderson in Houston, Texas, both said that it was more effective than steroids for reducing the effects of pain.
That is a very powerful natural substance. Ladies and gentlemen, curcumin. If you're not, I will say this, and Terry, you can probably back me up here. I, for one, take it every single day just for general health. And we can do that with curcumin, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I think it should be part of our diet. Uh, it's consumed in the Indians' diet every day, almost every meal. It's mixed with curry. It's mixed with all other kinds of spices. They use spices to improve the quality of their food, and increase their appetite. We use just salt and pepper. We don't use spices like other countries do. But we should be using that every day. If you want to keep continuing to reduce inflammation, if you want to reduce oxidative stress is extinguishing the free radical damage of our body. Free radical damage kills our cells, prematurely ages our cells. Things like smoking, excessive alcohol, pollution, pesticides, chemicals, anything that is dangerous to our cells is causing oxidative stress. Oxidative stress, inflammation is not bad. It's always good, but it always goes to the site of the injury. If you slam your finger in a car door, that finger is going to be twice the size the next day. You're going to have heat. You're going to have pain. That's inflammation. It's there to heal that injured area. So why do we have chronic inflammation? Because we have a diet that is a pro-inflammatory diet. Excessive sugar, excessive refined carbohydrates, vegetable oils, that is a pro-inflammatory diet. That causes injury to our body. So inflammation is always there, and inflammation comes with the same conditions. So all inflammation is good. It just happens to go where the injured area is to repair the injury. And our body is always injured every day by the American diet.
Of course it is. Now, Terry, I get this question all the time. If it's by an email or someone making a comment on one of my healthy posts online, people always ask me, can you take curcumin every single day if you're dealing with ongoing chronic pain problems like arthritis? And are there any side effects to worry about?
There's no side effects to curcumin. I would think probably the only side effect, and that would depend on the amount you're taking, but yes, eventually it would cause diarrhea. I would think at some point. But any food could possibly cause diarrhea in excess. But that is I've been I've been recommending curcumin probably for 15 or 20 years. And I've only had one occasion where someone said it caused diarrhea. It's not like everybody's going to have diarrhea. Once in a blue moon. So it's not going to have an effect, any side effect. The only side effect it has, it does everything good.
And that's the side effect we want. So for those that have chronic pain problems like arthritis, they can take the recommended dose every single day with no worries.
No worries. No, and they'll have less to worry about for chronic pain the more they take it every day.
And so and also too, you said the best combination was the curcumin, the boswellia, and the black seed oil extract. What is the extra benefit of the boswellia along with the curcumin?
Boswellia has been found to be very anti-inflammatory in various categories, very indications, like upper respiratory tract health, intestinal tract health, and joints. So there is a pathway in the body. We have two major pathways regarding inflammation and pain. The COX-2 pathway. You always might hear, or you will hear sometimes, that there's a drug that is called a path-2 inhibitor. It inhibits the level of prostaglandins, which are manufactured, produced by the COX-2 pathway. When you have a very high level, that triggers pain, that triggers inflammation. So you want to lower that. But drugs lower it too much. They actually kill the enzyme that makes the prostaglandins. So it doesn't balance them, where curcumin balances the COX-2 pathway. Now, boswellia does something that no drug has been able to do today, and that is to inhibit the 5-LUX pathway, LOX, 5-LUX pathway. The 5-LUX pathway is involved with the upper respiratory tract health, intestinal tract health, and joint health. So when you have arthritis, curcumin is an anti-inflammatory par excellence. The boswellia is joint anti-inflammatory. So you have a package that is very powerful for joint structure and function, reducing the inflammation, reducing the pain of joints and muscles and headaches and menstrual cramps. All the pain you can mention, it reduces that category of pain.
Wow, I one of the biggest things that I learned about boswellia, and I actually recommended it to a friend of mine that has some issues with ulcerative colitis, more of the discomfort, the pain. And I said, you need to use try boswellia, because a lot of the research leaned towards boswellia, because like you just said, it focuses on respiratory and the intestinal tract. And when I recommended for them to take it, they started trying it and they were like, this is the first relief that I've had in a very long time. Something natural, something safe, something just really went right to the source of the problem and really took away that painful discomfort that ulcerative colitis can cause in a lot of people. But the research states, which is what I love, the research shows that boswellia is great for a condition like that. So ladies and gentlemen, Terry has brought us some of the most valuable information. When I ask you, what is the number one problem you deal with? Pain is always number one. If I go online and do a poll, what health condition is the one that wreaks more havoc in your life? Pain. Curcumin, boswellia, black sesame seed oil extract combined together is one of the best, most potent, most effective pain relievers on the planet. And I'll give you the name of it at the break. But I want you to do something too, because Terry is so gracious coming onto this show and blessing us with incredible information. You need to go online to terrytalksnutrition.com, sign up for his newsletter. Also too, and I'm going to grab one right here because I have one right here in front of me. Here is one of his pain books, and it talks about curcumin directly, talks about boswellia, talks about the black seed sesame oil extract, and how they all work together to relieve pain in your body, and the healthy benefits that you will get from it by taking them every day. Like I do. I like to take it every day. I cycle almost every day of the week. I take it before I ride. I take it after I ride. Do I hurt? No. If I ride 20 miles, I'm good. If I ride 50, I'm good. I don't hurt. And I give all that credit to using those three herbs together. So again, go to terrytalksnutrition.com, sign up for his incredible newsletter. He has so many books that you can purchase on his website, and you can search the massive database that he's created of healthy articles. He adds to this database every single week. They're easy to understand, but here's a great thing. When you start reading them, you're going to get excited. Terry gets excited writing them and researching and traveling the world and finding these incredible herbal remedies that will bless all of us. I get excited when I read them. I'm excited now because I want you to go to terrytalksnutrition.com and get excited, get educated. You're going to find things that are going to change your life. You're going to see, some of you are going to do a 180-degree turn from bad to great. And you're going to thank Terry for it because he's brought all of this to us. But stay tuned because, and not only that, you got to tune in every weekend to his incredible radio show where he talks about these incredible natural remedies. He has incredible experts on with him as well. But you got to stay tuned because I'm going to show you which is the best combination of curcumin, boswellia, and that black seed oil extract right after this.
You have pain. From muscle pain to back pain, Curcumin Acute Pain Relief has you covered. Curcumin Acute Pain Relief is tough on pain, not on your stomach and liver. Our triple action pain formula is a breakthrough in pain relief in an easy-to-swallow liquid gel. Safe, effective. Love your results or your money back. Tackle your life again in no time.